Everyone, welcome to the series once again, and today we'll be starting from I think 92th or 93rd question. Okay, I hope you've been solving daily. I did not post a video for last 2-3 days. I thought many of you might be having some backlogs, right? I hope you have covered them. So let's go ahead. We'll solve 10-12 questions today as well. And again, if you're preparing for IPMAT 2026, very few days are left for IPMAT Indore, Rohtak, and then jipmat. And if you want to prepare in a very rigorous way, you can join the iQuanta IPMAT course. In case you need the discount codes, then you can comment. Okay, there are discounts based upon your class 10-12 percentages, and go to the playlist section of this channel if you want to practice more or learn something else. We have to start from this question. Find the number of non-negative integral solutions of 7x plus 13y equal to 1001. So obviously it says non-negative integral solutions, that means 0 is allowed. Okay, how to do such questions? There are two ways. One is a longer way, okay, and another way is through shortcuts. Okay, shortcuts have to be applied very carefully. First of all, we will talk about the long method. Okay, so this is 7x plus 13y equal to 1001. Okay, so this is an equation of the form ax plus by equal to n. So number on the right hand side is n, a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y. Okay, there are two ways to solve this question. You can first find out one such value of either x or y that satisfies the equation. Okay, so in such type of equations, you should always see whether n is divisible by any of a or b. Is 1001 divisible by 7? So 7 is 7, 30, 7 by 28, 7 by 21, 143 times, yes. So 1001 divided by 7, the remainder will be 0. So divisible, yes or no? And for what value of x will this be divisible? If you divide 1001 by 7, that gives you 143, isn't it? So the maximum value that x can have will be 143, because if you increase, more than 1, if you put x value of x more than 143, y will come in negative, which is not allowed because we need non-negative integral solutions. That means value of x and y should not be negative. Okay. Now, if x has value say 143, so can I say that 7 into 143 plus 13y is equal to 1001, right? In this case, obviously this is making up 1001, so y will be 0. So 7 into 143 plus 13 into 0, this is a solution, right? And see, luckily in this case 7 divided 1001 completely. It might not have divided 1001, okay. There could have been some number over here apart from 7 that could not have divided 1001. So we will talk about that in the next question, but in this question I hope this is clear. You first have to check whether any of a or b divides the number on the right hand side. It does, so we came to this conclusion. So I know that the highest value that x can have will be 143, other values of x will be lower than this. Okay. Always remember, in such questions, whatever values of x come out, they will be at a difference of 13. So remember that whatever values of x that will satisfy this equation, they will always have a difference of 13 among them. So if the first value is 143, the next value would have been 130. And similarly, whatever values of y will satisfy this equation, they will be present at a difference of 7. So that simply means value of y will have a difference equal to coefficient of x, and values of x will have a difference equal to coefficient of y. That is what you have to remember, and that works. Okay, you can find out a pair. The next set of values for which it will work, it will be, see, y is equal to 0 and 7 into 143. I just said that the values of x will be at a gap of 13, that means the coefficient of y. So the next value will be at a gap of 13. You cannot go ahead of 143 because x can have maximum value 143. If you go ahead of 143, y will become negative, which is not allowed. So we will come below 143 at a gap of 13, we will get 130. What do you get? 7 into 130, that gives you 910. You need 1001 as the sum. So 910 is here, you need 91 more. How can you generate 91 more here? 13 7s are 91. What do you see? The values of y that we have, they are increasing by 7, and what is 7? 7 is the coefficient of x. And here the value of x is present at a gap of 13. They are decreasing while the value of y is increasing. Value of y is increasing, the value of x is decreasing. So 100% this happens. Okay, one variable decreases while the other increases. Okay. Next value of x that will be present, it will be at a gap of 13 again. So, 117, okay, plus we will increase this by 7 more. So, that means this will become 14. If you add both of them, so it will again become 1001, this will become 1001. Aren't these non-negative integral solutions? Okay. So, you are starting with how much? 143, your this is like an AP, okay, because the difference here is fixed. You are starting with 143, you are going down by 13, and then you always have to stay greater than or equal to 0, okay. So, I do not know the first term of this series, let it be a, which has to be greater than or equal to 0. So, a plus n minus 1d, how many terms will be there? I do not know how many terms will be there. Into difference is 13, but the last term that I have, it will surely be 143, isn't it? Yes or no? And if you keep decreasing it, isn't this like the table of 13? 13 9 ja, I mean 13 9 ja 117, 13 10 ja 130, 13 11 ja 143. So, if you keep decreasing it by a gap of 13, definitely 13 into 1 will also come, which will be 13, and 13 zeros are 0, 0 will have to be counted. So, that means the first term that we can start with will be 0, right. So, a will be 0, that means n minus 1 into 1 into 13 will be 143, n minus 1 will be 11, or n will be 12. That is your answer, okay. You could have done the same with the values of y as well. We see that the value of y starts with 0, and what is the highest value of y that can we have? It will be at a gap of coefficient of x, okay, gap of 7, okay. So, this is how you have to go about such problems, okay. I hope it is clear. This is one way. What is the shortcut way? The shortcut way is this. For whenever you have equations of type ax plus by equal to n plus by, okay, it is important, plus by equal to n, then non-negative integral solutions will be n upon LCM of a comma b plus 1 if n is divisible by any of a and b. So, in this question, let us go to our question. What did we see? We see that this n was divisible by any of a or b. It was divisible by 7 as well, 13 as well, right. So, what should be the number of solutions? N upon LCM of a comma b, 7 comma 13, and that should be equal to, okay, this plus 1, right. This is the number of solutions. So, n is 1001 divided by LCM of 7 13 is 91 plus 1. This gives you 11 plus 1, that means 12. Sure, this will be the answer if you have such equations ax plus by equal to n and you need non-negative integral solution, you can apply this, okay. I hope this is clear. But now let us talk about problems where these a and b do not divide the number on the right hand side, okay. So, for them, let us go to a shortcut first, and we will also go by the conventional method, okay, the AP method, the difference in values method, okay. If n is divisible by none, that means the number on the right hand side is not divisible by a or b, then it will be either be plus 1 or not. That means if n is divisible by none, then the answer will either be n upon LCM of a comma b plus 1 or n upon LCM of a comma b. So, in such cases when n is not divisible by a and b, answer can be either n upon LCM of a comma b plus 1 or just n upon LCM of a comma b, that we will have to decide. So, in such cases you have to be very careful, okay. Let us apply this on this particular question, okay. How many positive integral solutions are there of 5x plus 13y equal to 1002? So, the best way for such questions, when 5 does not divide 1002 properly completely and 13 does not divide 1002 completely, in such cases what you should do is you should just find out any such value of x, okay, which satisfies this particular equation, and then what you can do is, you know that whatever values of x will come out, they will come out at a gap of 13, whatever values of y will come, they will come at a gap of 5. So, let us try to do it, and positive integral solutions are allowed, that means 0 is not allowed. Let us try with 1. If you put x equal to 1, you will take a while to find this out, but it is not very difficult, okay. If x is 1, then 13y will be what? 5 into 1 5, 1002 minus 5 is 997, 13 7 are 91, 67, this does not divide, I mean y, value of y will not be an integer, because 13 does not divide 997 completely. Similarly, x equal to 2, okay, 10, this will be 992, 13 7 are 91, 82, does not happen, right. So, x equal to 3, will it work? 15, this will be 987, 13 7 91, we will get 77, does not happen. X equal to 4, does it happen? 20, this will be 982, it does is 982 divisible by 13, 13 7 91, we will get 72, does not happen, right. Then try for x equal to 5, 25, we will get 977. 977 is divisible by 13, 91, 67, no, right? X equal to 6, does it happen? 30, 972, does not happen. X equal to 7, 35, this will be 967. 967 is divisible by 13, no. So, put x equal to 8, it will take a while to find this out, okay. Sometimes you will get it very easily, okay, but here you will have to wait for a while, okay, because we have to check, we have to find out one such value, okay, which comes out over here and satisfy the equation. X equal to 8, what do you get? 40, it goes there, 962, so 13 y equal to 962, does it divide 962? 13 7 are 91, we get 52, yes. So, y equal to 13 7 are 91, 13 4 are 52. When x is equal to 8, y is equal to 74, you have found the first set of values. You started from x equal to 0, right, and we got the first such values, positive integer values at x equal to 8, y equal to 74. The moment you get x equal to 8, you know that the next value of x that is going to satisfy the equation will surely be at a gap of what? Coefficient of y, that is 13. So, x equal to 8, x equal to gap of 13, you get 21, and similarly you will keep going ahead. Now, how far do you have to go? What is the maximum value that x can have over here? If x is, we have to reach somewhere around 1000. So, 5 into 200 will be 1002, right? So, the maximum value of x that we can have will be 200, not even 201. Why? Because if this is 201, this becomes 1005, 1005 goes there, 1002 minus 1005 is negative. Y will be a negative number which is not allowed, okay. So, x max can be 200, okay. So, that means your AP has a difference of 13, difference is 13, first term is a plus n minus 1 into difference is 13, and we should reach somewhere around 200, somewhere around 200 for sure. So, this is n minus 1 into 13 less than equal to, obviously see 200 upon, I mean minus 8 will be 192, and now 13 1 is 13, we get 62 here. So, 13 4 is 52. So, n minus 1 will be less than equal to what? 13 1 is 13, this is 14 point something, isn't it? So, n will be less than 15 point something, and because n is a proper number, right, I mean this n here denotes the number of terms can be pure integer, okay. So, what is the integer which is closest to 15 point something less than that will be n equal to 15. That simply means there will be 15 such pairs, okay, of x and y that will satisfy it. I hope it is clear. So, these questions might come, okay. I have told you how to think about them, okay. Either you go by this method, or you could also see that this is a case where we could have applied the formula n upon LCM of a comma b or n upon LCM of a comma b plus 1, isn't it? So, you can apply that as well once, okay. What is the LCM of 513? N upon LCM of 5 comma 13, either this could have been the answer or this upon LCM of 5 comma 13 plus 1, that means 1002 divided by 65. If you do it, 65 1 is 65, we get 352, 15 point something. Either this will be the answer closest integer to this, or plus 1 16 point something. So, this creates quite an ambiguity, okay, in such cases, and that is the reason I told you, you go by the, find out the first solution and then you know how to increase the values of a variable, right. I hope this is clear. Now, we will talk about this particular question. Ram, Ravi and Ratan can alone finish an assignment in 9 days, 12 days, 15 days respectively. They decide to complete a work by working in turns. Ram works alone on Monday, Ravi works alone on Tuesday, followed by Ratan working alone on Wednesday and so on, okay. So, they are taking turns like this. What proportion of the complete work is done by Ravi? You know that I have told you, when in time and work questions, when only time is mentioned, you can take total work as the LCM of times mentioned. Those are 9, 12, 15. LCM will be 180, okay. Let us find out the efficiency of Ram. So, Ram has an efficiency of total work upon he does in 9 days, that means 20 units per day, right. Then we have Ravi. So, Ravi will have an efficiency of 180 upon he finishes in 12 days, so 15 units per day, okay. Lastly, we have Ratan, okay. So, 180 divided by 15 and that gives you 12 units per day. So, see, let us talk about their Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will talk about 3 days, because in 3 days they will again start repeating the process. So, Monday 20 units done, Tuesday 15 more units done, 12 more on Wednesday. In slot of 3 days, they are doing 47 units. Yes or no? The work done has to be 180. So, again in the next 3 days, 20, 15, 12 will be done by them. That will again add 47 to this. So far, 94 units have been done. So, again 20 plus 15 plus 12, again 47 units will be done. How much have we done so far? 47, 47, 47. That means if you add them all, it becomes 141. Now, in 141, if you increase further, what does it become? Can you do 20, 15, 12? It becomes greater than 180, isn't it? The work that has to be done is 180. So, 47 into 4 is 188. We cannot take all of this. So, in 47, 47, 47, so far the work done has been 141. If I 20 to it, it becomes 161. Okay. Then after that, this guy comes, okay, Ravi, and adds 15 more units. It becomes 161 plus 15. That means 176 units of work has been done. And lastly, when Ratan comes, the work that has to be done is 180. He can do 12 units, but how much will he contribute? Last day, this guy will contribute only 4 units. So, what do we see here? What do we see here? We can see that we have to find out the proportion of complete work done by Ravi. Ravi, the middle one did how much work? 15, 15, 15, 15 in this entire duration. That means a total work of 60, 15 into 4 out of 180. This is the proportion of work done by Ravi. That is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is the answer. So, this is an easy question. Okay? Easy question based upon time and work, more like Rohtak or jipmat. Okay? Let us talk about this. Garima had only 200 rupees, 500 rupees and rupees 2000 notes in her wallet. She goes to the shopper's stop, purchases some dresses and gives half of her rupees 2000 notes and in turn receives the same number of rupees 200 notes. She then goes to a restaurant and gives all her rupees 500 notes and receives 30 rupees 2000 notes, which increases the number of 2000 notes she had by 75%. Now, if she has 50 rupees 200 notes, what was the original number of rupees? Okay. So, there are 3 types of notes, okay, 200 rupee notes, 500 rupee notes and then 2000 notes. Let us say that she had X notes initially, Y notes initially of this and Z notes of this. Okay, she buys some dresses and gives half of her 2000 notes. If she gives away half of her notes, she will be left with Z by 2. Yes or no? Half of Z are gone, so Z by 2 notes are left. In turn, receives the same number of rupees 200 notes. So, Z by 2 200 rupee notes were received. So, that means now she has X plus Z by 2 after shopping once. She had these many notes. She then goes to a restaurant and gives all her 500 rupee notes and receives 32,000 notes. Okay, all these Y notes are finished. This is the second day when she goes to a restaurant. Okay, she is left with 500 notes now, but receives 32,000 notes. So, this will increase. We did not spend them, but we got extra 30 notes. This is the updated number of them, okay, which increases the number of 2000 notes she had by 75%. She had these many notes, and when this is the number of new 2000 rupees notes, this is increased by 1.75. So, that means Z by 2 is increasing by 75%. If you increase some quantity by 75%, you multiply it with 1.75. Yes or no? So, increased quantity is equal to this. This is increased number because the notes she had earlier got increased by 75% and became the new number of notes. Increased by 75% became new number of notes. What do you get? You get when this goes here 1.75 minus 1 is 0.75, 0.75 into Z by 2, that is equal to 30. 0.75 is 3 by 4 into Z by 2 is 30. 3, 10. What is Z? Z is 80. Z is 80. We want to find out what was the original number of rupees 2200 notes. 2000 notes initially Z is 80. So, definitely these are not the correct options. Any one of these is correct. Okay. 200 notes she had. We want X now. Okay. So, one more clue was given over here. We missed it. Now, if she has 50 rupees 200 notes, this is actually equal to 50 now because she has 50 notes of these. So, Z is 80, so X will be how much? 80 by 2, 40, 50 minus 40 is 10. X is the initial number of 200 rupee notes she had. So, 10 and 80. We have been asked 2000 and 200. So, 2000 notes are Z, so 80 comma 10, that is our answer, option C. Easy question, okay. Looks a little confusing when you read it, but doable. At the foot of a mountain, the angle of elevation of the summit is 45 degree. After ascending 100 meters along a slope inclined at 30 degree to the horizontal towards the summit, the angle of elevation of the summit becomes 60 degree. Find the height of the summit. Okay. Foot of a mountain, we are talking about elevation angle. So, say this is a mountain. In such cases, this is a question of height and distance. Okay. So, angle of elevation is over here, right? This angle is how much? 60 degree. Okay, 45 degree. Okay, this angle was 45 degree. Fine. After ascending 100 meters along a slope, now there is a slope of 30 degree, inclined at 30 degree, which we are moving to the horizontal. So, with the horizontal, if you make an angle of 30 degree, it would be like this, and you are moving up the slope, and you ascended how much? 100 meters. So, this distance moved from here till here is 100, right? Something like this. You reached here, suppose. The angle of elevation from this point, suppose he started from here, inclined at an angle of 30 degree, he did 100 meters, he came here. From this point onwards, the angle of elevation, that means with the top, this is 60 degree now. This is what the question says. Find the height of the summit. That means we need this particular height, entire height, okay, this much. So, sorry for that, this much, okay, till here. Okay, what do you have here? See, you have 100, you have angle 30. Can you just draw perpendicular from here? So sorry, I think there is some issue today. Okay. This is the perpendicular that you have drawn. Okay. Can I say this is x, this is y, this is z? Say this is z 100 meters. Okay. This is a right angle triangle, this is 30. You need this y and this x, you have the angle, you have the hypotenuse. Okay. So, imagine you have something like this. This is 30, this is 100, this is x, this is y. Okay. This is your perpendicular, this is hypotenuse. If you use sin 30, so sin 30 says that perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that means y by 100. It implies that y will be how much? Sin 30 is half, 100 by 2, y will be 50. That means this is 50. This is 50, this thing. And if you want the base, then you can use cos 30. Cos 30 degree will be base upon hypotenuse, that means x upon 100. So, x upon 100. When you do this, cos 30 is basically root 3 by 2, that is x by 100. So, this becomes 50 root 3, x becomes 50 root 3, yes or no? X is 50 root 3. Now, see, this is perpendicular, these two sides are same, these two sides are same. So, this is 50, so this is 50. Okay. Now, let us talk about this part. This is 50 root 3, we do not know this. So, let this be k, let this be k as well. Okay. You know that this angle entirely was 45 degree, yes or no? When you use 1045, it will be perpendicular upon base 1045. 1045 will be this perpendicular upon entire base. 1045 is 1, that means this particular will be equal to this, right? So, this is 50 and this is k plus 50, this is k plus 50 root 3 entirely, yes or no? This should also be k plus 50 root 3, right? But then what can you do here? You know that this is k, this is 60, you need this part, isn't it? This is base k, this is angle, you need the perpendicular. Can you use 1060? If you use 1060 over here in this triangle, okay, this part, okay, this is say z, okay, this is say p, okay, 1060 will be perpendicular upon base, that means p upon k, okay. So, p will be k root 3 because 1060 is root 3, so p will be k root 3, that means this is k root 3. Now, the sum of this should be equal to sum of this. So, can I say that k plus 50 root 3 should be equal to 50 plus k root 3, yes or no? Obviously because 1045 will be perpendicular upon base, that means these two should be equal. So, this plus this should be equal to this plus this, okay. Now, I will have, if I take k that side, what will I get? K root 3 minus 1. If I bring 50 this side, so 50 times root 3 minus 1, root 3 minus 1, root 3 minus goes, k will be equal to 50. K will be equal to 50. So, this is 50 and this is 50 root 3, isn't it? 50 root 3 now. We wanted this entire height, 50 root 3 plus 50. So, 50 root 3 plus 50, that means 50 root 3 plus 1. 50 root 3 plus 1, that means option A is your answer. So, this is an easy question, okay. But yes, many people still do not know how to solve such questions and they are confused with the language. This is how we have to do it, okay. Please try it by yourself once and you will get it. Next question, in a survey on the viewership of the TV channel, 73% of those surveyed viewed at least one of the three channels, Star Plus, Sub TV, Sony. 38% of those surveyed viewed Star Plus, 39% of the 39% viewed Sony, 23% viewed Sub TV, 11% of those surveyed viewed all three channels. What percentage of those surveyed viewed more than one of the three TV channels? This is a easy question based upon set theory, but might be slightly confusing for some people. You know that there are 100% people that are being surveyed. So, this entirely should be equal to 100 because 100% that means 100, okay. Let us say that this is Star Plus, this is Sub TV and this is Sony, okay. 11% of all those surveyed viewed all the three channels, okay fine. Before that we had 73% of those surveyed. These are the people who were surveyed. So, that means only 73%, all of these will add up to 73. So, remaining 27% or 27 people we would say. Let us say that total people are 100. So, 73% participated in the survey, rest 27 did not participate.
Plus 968.
So, we can say that 73% participated while the other 27% did not participate, okay. They viewed at least one of the three channels. So, obviously 73% will be viewing, this area denotes at least one channel, right. This is exactly 1, this is exactly 2, this is exactly 3, okay. 38% of those surveyed viewed Star Plus. So, this is 38%, 39% viewed Sony, okay. 23% viewed Sub TV, 11% viewed all three. So, 11 is this. Now, see what percentage of those surveyed viewed more than one of the three TV channels. In more than one, that means we are talking about those who are watching two channels or three channels. So, we do not know about these areas. Can I say that this is X, this is Y, this is Z, clear? You all know that there is a formula in set theory, especially for 3 set Venn diagrams, which says that n of A union B union C is basically equal to n of A plus n of B plus n of C minus A intersection B minus B intersection C minus C intersection A and plus A intersection B intersection C, right. A, that means we are talking about one set. This one set of Sony is equal to 38. So, can I say that this A is actually equal to 38? B, that means the second set, which is 23. C, that means the third set total, which is 39, okay, minus B intersection C. B intersection C, that means this one common region, entire one common region. So, x plus 11, so minus of x plus 11, then minus of B intersection C, minus of the other region of exactly 2, that means minus of 11 plus Z, then minus of C intersection A, that means these two regions. So, minus of C intersection A will be 11 plus Y, and finally plus of A intersection B intersection C, that is 11, okay. What do you get from here? And this total, I mean this entire A union B union C, it is equal to how much? 27% people were not surveyed. So, sum of entire will be equal to 73% people were surveyed. So, this should be equal to 73. What do you get? 61, 100, if it comes here we get minus 27, and that is equal to minus x, see minus x minus y minus z. So, minus x plus y plus z, okay. Then minus 11 minus 11 minus 11, that means minus 33, and then this is plus 11, right. So, what do you get? You get x plus y plus z, okay. X plus y plus z, see x plus y plus z is a negative, if you bring it here it becomes positive. So, x plus y plus z will be equal to, this is minus 33, this plus 27 goes here and gets added with 11. So, 38 minus 33 is 5. So, x plus y plus z is 5, that means this x plus this y plus z is equal to 5. We have this 11 as well. It asked how many people view more than one of the three TV channels. So, more than one, we will count all three and all two regions. So, 5 plus 11, that will be 16. These three add up to 5, this is 11, 11 plus 5 is 16. That is it. Some of the students might be confused here, okay. So, you should know set theory as well, such questions can definitely come, okay. Now let's try this question, log x base 2, then log 2 base is x by 64, this is log 2 base x by 16, then x equal to, okay. So can we say that this is log x base 2, that means log x by log 2? Can we say that this is log 2 upon log of x by 64? In bottom we'll have x by 64, you know that log a upon b is log a minus log b. So can I write it as log x minus log 64? This is using property of logs. Everybody should know this, okay? At this point of time when you are going to write IPMAT Indore, if you do not know logs, then you might be doing a great mistake, okay? 2-3 questions definitely come from log and based upon basic properties sometimes, okay? Now again here we will write this is log a upon log b, that means we can separate the base log 2 by log x by 16. Log x by 16 can be written as log x minus log 16. I hope this much is clear. Now let's do one thing, log 2 can be cancelled. How can I write it? Log x upon log x. 64 is 2 की power 6, 6 comes in front, minus 6 log 2, and here we have log 2 upon log x minus 16 is 2 की power 4, 4 comes in front, 4 log 2, right? Now what happens? See, log x is something different, log 2 is something different. Can I just take, if I want to get rid of log completely, if I divide the numerator and denominator in both the sides by log 2, then this obviously will be divided by log x upon log 2, and here log x upon log 2 minus 6 log 2 upon log 2 will be 6, here log 2 upon log 2 will be 1, log x upon log 2 minus 4 log 2 upon log 2 is 4. We see that log x upon log 2 is here, log x upon log 2, log x upon log 2, log x upon log 2. Can we take log x upon log 2 as log x base 2? Yes, it can be written like that, okay, upon log x base 2 minus 6, that is equal to 1 upon log x base 2 minus 4. Log x base 2 now can be retaken as t, so t upon t minus 6, that is equal to 1 upon t minus 4. If I multiply both t square minus 4t, t square minus 4t, and this goes here, so t, that means that t comes here, it becomes minus 5t, and minus 6 come here, becomes plus 6, that is equal to 0. Here we will get t equals to 2 and 3. You can factorize it and find out, right? Obviously. So t is 2 comma 3. What was t? T is this, log x base 2. This was taken as t, right? So either log x base 2 can be 2 or log x base 3 can be, log x base 2 sorry, can be 3. So x will be what? Whenever you have something like this, you want the value of this variable, x is always equal to base की power number on the right hand side. So 2 square, so x will be 4, or x will be 2 की power 3, that means x is equal to 8. We only have 4 in the options, option B will be the correct answer, right? So that's how you have to solve such questions. It's a very good question, okay? The sides of a triangle are 21 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 13 centimeter. The given triangle is divided into two triangles by drawing a perpendicular from the opposite vertex onto the longest side. What is the value of 30% of the area of the smaller triangle formed? Okay, something like this. Longest side, we have to draw a perpendicular on this, right? This is 20, this is say 13. The given triangle is divided into two triangles by drawing a perpendicular from opposite vertex. Obviously, opposite vertex, we are drawing a perpendicular on the opposite side. What is the value of 30% of area of the smaller triangle formed? Okay, let's see it, okay. We have 13 here, and can we find out the area of this triangle first? We have A, B, C, you can use Heron's formula. So that gives the area equal to under root of S. S is semi-perimeter, sum of all the sides divided by 2. 20, 13, how much? 33, 33, 21, 54, 54 by 2 is 27. So under root S, S minus 8, 27 minus 27, 27 minus 13 is 14, and 27 minus this is 6. How much do you get? Here we will have obviously 9 into 3, here we have 7, 14 can be written as 2 into 7, and this can be written as 2 into 3. What do we get? 7 into 7, we get a 7 outside. Okay, 2 into 2, we get a 2 outside. Okay, 3 into 3, we get a 3 outside. And this is root 9, we get a 3 outside. That will give us 14, 14 into 9 is 126. The area of the entire triangle is 126. We can also find out the area of a triangle using half base into height. So this is height, this is base. So half base 21 into height is how much? Area should be 126. 21 cancels this, we get 6, h will be equal to 6 into 2, 12. So, h is 12, this is 12. The moment you get it 12, this is 12, this is 13, perpendicular looks like a Pythagorean triplet. So, 12, 13, 5, obviously Pythagorean triplet. If this is 5, this is 21, this will become 16, which is a greater triangle. This is the bigger triangle, this is the smaller triangle. We wanted the area of 30% of area of smaller triangle. So, area of this triangle is a right angle triangle, half base into height. So, half 12 into 5, half of 60 is 30, 30 ka 30%. So, 30% of 30, 30% that means 0.3 of 30, that will give you 9 square centimeter, 9 square centimeter, that is it. You should not take more time than this, okay. Next, a potential recruit gets a total of 55% marks. There are 6 performance parameters, each having maximum marks of 100. The recruit's marks in the parameters are in the ratio 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 respectively. In the first 3 parameters, the criteria for clearing is 55% of the maximum marks, and for the next 3 parameters, it is 50% of the maximum marks. How many parameters has the recruit cleared? Okay, 55% marks out of the total, this is what he is getting. 6 performance parameters, each having maximum marks of 100. So, if there are 6 subjects, each having 100 marks, obviously total marks will be 600 total marks. Out of that, the recruit has scored 55%. So, that means he has scored a total of 330 marks. 330 marks, and now it is saying that the marks of the recruit are in ratio this. So, can I say that his marks are 10x, 9x, 8x, 7x, 6x, 5x, and sum of all of them should be equal to 330, 19, 27, 34, 40, 45, 45x is 330. If you cancel by 15 on both the sides, 15 3 ja, 15 22 ja, x will be equal to 22 by 3, 22 by 3. Okay, if x is 22 by 3, can you find out his marks? Yes, 10 into 22 by 3. So, 220 by 3, 220 by 3 is 70, 73. 73 point something are his marks in the first subject. Second subject, 9 into 22 by 3, that means 198 by 3, that means 66 marks. Okay. Marks in third subject, 8x, 8 into 22, 176 by 3, 176, that means somewhere around 176, 13 5 ja 15 and 13 8 ja 58 point something, right. 7x, 154 by 3, that means 51 point something. Next, 6x, 132 by 3, that means 44. 6, 132 by 3, that means 132, okay, that we have already calculated, right, 6, 132 by 3. Now, 110, 5 into x, that means 110 by 3, that means 33, 34, 35, 36, 36 point something. These are his marks, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subjects. In the first 3 subjects, he should get 55% of the maximum marks. Obviously, 55% of maximum marks are 100, 55% is 55. Is he getting more than 55 in the first 3? Yes, here he has cleared, here cleared, more than 55 cleared, first 3 is clearing. In the next 3 it is 50%, is he getting 50% of the total? Yes, here it is getting 50% of 100, that means here it is getting 44% only, because total is 100, he is getting 44, so he is getting 44%, he is not getting 50, not cleared, not cleared. 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4 subjects in which he is clearing, that is your answer. Okay, easy question, might be confusing for a few students. Let us do this question. 4 sprinters start running from 4 points, which are the 4 corners of an imaginary rectangle along straight lines, and meet at a point O. Okay, these are the 4 corners of a rectangle along straight lines and meet at point O. They are meeting at point O, which falls inside the rectangle, okay, as shown in the figure. After the first 3 sprinters run 55, 65, 75 respectively. From O they are running, okay, 55, 65, 75. What is the approximate distance that the 4th sprinter will run to meet the other 3 sprinters at point O? Okay, so they are running from these, okay, from points, okay, corners. They are coming here, here, here and here. They have to meet at point O. We see that this is a rectangle, there is a point inside it, and that point is connected to the 4 corners. For such situations, we have a special theorem in geometry which is called the British flag theorem, okay, which says that if you have a rectangle, this is only for rectangle, okay, if you have any point either inside, on the boundary, okay, or any of the corners, then sum of squares of these A and B, this is the meeting point, this is one value from point O, this is the distance to one corner, and then opposite vertex is this, right, opposite to this vertex we have this distance from the point, Okay, so a square plus b square will always be equal to c square plus d square. Can you easily find it out now? Let's say this is x, so x square plus xy square should be equal to 55 square plus 75 square. Find out the value of x approximately, you will get your answer. Okay, this is a good question, and straight away this is formula application question. Okay, should not take much time. This is your homework. This is your homework. Try these very good questions. Okay, and we'll meet again. We have done 105 questions. Clap for yourself. You have crossed 100. Okay, and we'll try to do more and more questions. Try to touch 200 very soon now. Okay. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel and share this with your friends if they are preparing and looking for very good practice questions.